so. Und Arm nicht mehr.
Okay, was passiert?
Gut, haben scheinbar dicht gemacht.
I thought I did a recap after I went to the Willhelm Hallen, but I didn't, or my camera deleted it because I couldn't export all the footage from my iPhone to the Photos app. So yeah, I don't know. So now I will either do it again or just talk with you about it for the first time. I don't know. But yeah, I went to Hallen 6 at Willhelm Hallen. It's like the 6th edition of this art festival, and actually I mainly wanted to go to the Willhelm Hallen because I used to grow up in Reinickendorf, and when I was young there was nearly no art spaces. I think, yeah, some communal galleries and maybe like ateliers of people, but not such a big space as the Willhelm Hallen. The Willhelm Hallen were a foundry for a long time, and then they stopped working, and gladly they were converted into a space for art and creative industry, and they also kept the vibe of the space and also left the inside of the different halls intact, which is cool because sometimes you have this thing where they take industrial buildings and then they just put in white walls, and I think that's a little bit boring because then you have, from the outside you still have the industrial white, but from the inside it's just another white cube. So it's nice that they didn't do this at the Willhelm Hallen, and I was glad to be able to go to the Hallen Festival because even though there are also gallery spaces in the Willhelm Hallen, it's not always a place where you can go and have a look at art exhibitions or have like the whole space turned into an exhibition. People can rent the space or the different halls, or different halls, not all, to make their own exhibition. I think a week or a month ago, before I went there was also an exhibition from art students from Kunsthochschule Weißensee. So it's an ever-changing space, but not an institution which is always open and showing different exhibitions, except for the galleries which are there. And funnily enough, I think it was great to see the space, but actually it was just so much art in different places and also bundled together. In some rooms were just like one art installation, which I think galleries funded to show the artworks in a bigger space, to give the artists with the artwork a little bit of exposure, and maybe even find some collector who want to buy the artwork because their spaces are too small to show this an artwork in kind of this big of scale. But that's why it also looked a little bit random to me, which is not bad per se, but probably because it was also really overcrowded because it was during Berlin Art Week. It was a little bit overwhelming in the end, and at one point I realized I also stopped filming, which is a little bit a shame, but that's how it is now. That's all the footage I've got. Maybe my phone also destroyed some because, as I told you before, I had problems exporting the footage. But one space inside a hall really caught my eye. It's called the Foundry, and it's, if I understood it right, it's a creative design space funded by Bocci, a company who's making lamps. Anna Karnik curated the exhibition Crafting Community, in which showed an international roster of designers and artists. It really caught my eyes because there was, for example, the artwork The Bittersweet Memory of the Plantation by Yassine Ben Abdallah. I hope I'm saying it right. It showed a machete which is made out of sugar, and it's also a little bit dripping, which refers to the former enslavement of the sugar plantations of La Réunion, which was a former French colony, which has been and still is shaped by the monoculture of sugarcane and was, of course, under the oppression of white masters, and was really simple but still a powerful piece. And then there was also from Misha Traxler's studio a collection of glasses, and this is called Axis, and it shows a set of 6 drinking glasses which confront the people with the global distribution of clean drinking water and the access which those regions have to the global drinking water, because each glass consists of a base and a cup part, and the transparent part shows the safe access to drink water, and the colored base refers to the limited access of water. And there's even on the colored base there are engraved lines on the bottom which stand for the unimproved amount of water in that region. And I also thought, even though it's not art per se, but it's like, yeah, it's designed like a set of glass. Maybe it's even more impactful because you could buy it and use it at a dinner party and then get people talking about the global distribution of water, especially clean drinking water, and how unfair it's distributed and how much we still have to do that all people in the world have access to clean drinking water. Yeah, my battery is dying, so I'm just talking maybe about just one more artwork, or it's actually 2. It's Crisis from Nassantur and Communism, Capitalism, Socialism, but wrote wrongly. And I like them because they are light art pieces and it's easy to see and understand, but still open for a lot of interpretation, because the crisis one can be also like a crisis in a community, a crisis in a country, a global crisis like COVID, or a financial crisis, but it can also refer to individual crisis. And the other one with Communism, Capitalism, Socialism is also a reference to how states are organized and the still ongoing debate which organization system is better than the other, or which political system is better than the other. Yes, but it's really poignant in this light art pieces, in my opinion. So, but that was my recap, and in the end we went to Emira, which is a vegan sushi restaurant on Schönhauser Allee, and it was really delicious. So I hope I could show you a little bit about the Wilhelm Hallen and about art more. Bye!